Welcome to this completely unnecessary podcast for Tuesday, July 18th, 2017. That's Ian Ferguson.
Hello.
I'm Pat Contry. It's sometimes necessary, maybe, but often not. It's our CU podcast.
Yes, it is.
Ian, what's been going on in your world? Oh, but first, we're going to talk about the Atari box during this podcast, the Castlevania Netflix show, bootleg NES Classic editions. Are we losing a whole generation of young men to video games? Q&A, and then Ian looking at me dumbfounded. Ian, what's been going on in your world?
It's hot, and
I got the fan on.
it's June. It's July.
It's July. It's the middle of the summer. It's like literally the middle of the summer. It's
yeah.
about the dog days, as they say. Comic-Con's coming up
Yeah.
in a few days. You excited?
Honestly, if I go more than one day, I'll be surprised. Just because of I'm still dealing with the abdominal stuff, but I am definitely going to go with Vonnie. I'm always excited for Comic-Con, but after 9-10 years of it, I feel like
Yeah. This will be my 10th. First one was 2008. This will be my 10th one.
I love Comic-Con, but what I used to love was exploring and finding new stuff. And after 10 years, there's so little new stuff to find.
I think the breaking point was when I was walking around with Andre last year, and I just said, "Look at all this crap." And I was like, "Look at all this shit that's going to be in landfills in 10 years. Like all this shit people are walking around with and buying." And it's sort of, not that it clicked with me that the whole consumerism part of it that it's become.
Yeah.
Because always buying comic books, there's always that side of it. But that's like the main thrust of it now is what fucking trinkets are exclusive at Comic-Con. Like what can you buy there?
Well, for me, I don't do any panels really. So what I like to do is I like to hit up Fantagraphic Books. I like to hit up 2000 AD. I like to hit up the Peanuts booth, but like I do all that in a day now. I do all my buying, and then, a lot of my friends don't come down anymore. So for me, I can really do my shopping in a day, and I can do the day that I like, my favorite day, the day that I get to walk around with Vonnie. And this year we'll be walking around with my with our friend Sunday, who's dressing up as Uncle Death from the video game Let It Die.
Oh, I'm not sure what that is, but it sounds interesting.
So it's Death, but his scythe is a golf club. It's a very funny game.
Oh.
But anyways, so that'll be fun. But honestly, I got the days off. I may just take the time off and relax.
What? Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to relax every now and then. I get my professional pass so I can go all 4 days. I don't see myself go more than 2.
I think that's maximum.
I'm definitely going Friday because I'm also going to the Zelda Symphony at night.
Cool.
I won't get into how much fucking Ticketmaster charges on their extra fees. I was like, holy shit, $35? I won't get into it. $35 in extra fees. Eat my ass, Ticketmaster.
Whole ass? Yeah, whole ass.
Eat my ass after I did yoga.
So maybe Thursday, definitely Friday for Vonnie. Saturday, I'm
Friday and Saturday, I'm going to do.
Saturday, I'm working for one of my coworkers, and then Sunday, I'm skipping it entirely to go see Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, okay.
And then. So,
well, I'm disappointed. Sunday was the traditional Frank day, no matter what. Frank would usually go 2 days. He'd do like a Saturday and Sunday or Friday and Sunday, because Sunday's when like a lot of the 60s beat up comics are like, oh, $1 each in the sloppy stacks, as we call them. There's still like 3 rows of comics at Comic-Con. There's still like 3 rows of like silver and Bronze Age and comics you can get. And yes, there are some of the Golden Age ones that no one can buy and look at.
All I ever went to Comic-Con for was comics.
But I go for the trade paperbacks. I like to buy 2 or 3 that I'll read. I bought like the Captain America, the City of Poison run from the late 80s, early 90s. It was all the drugs and Bullseye shows up, and that's when Diamondback went there, and I love Diamondback. And that's still unread, by the way. I got to read that one. But that's what it's good for, like getting stuff that I think that's like half price. You see it there, you put it in your backpack, you go. I'm done buying the toys, I'm done buying the trinkets. I don't have room for the shit.
Neither do I.
The last thing I bought was that Ninja Turtles arcade pack, the 5-pack, and they're just sitting there in the garage.
Yeah,
the 2 5-packs. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? I don't have room for it.
So
until I move. But it's just point that Frank probably won't be going this year because he didn't want to pay to get in. I could have paid and got him a guest professional pass. I would have split it with him, and he's like, I don't want to go. If I don't want to have to pay, he's like sort of over it. I'm like, come on, Frank. Really?
I might be able to get him in on like
Oh.
a Sunday, but
Th-
no
that's all-
promises. And I mean,
that's all I
he's
can
not
ask.
listening. I might see if I can get him in on a Sunday.
He'd pay you back in beer and/or a barbecue if you could do that.
Not. So
Knots? What?
not.
Oh, knots.
Mir-
Hey, Ian, I got a little something for
Miracle
you.
Johnson.
Miracle Johnson.
Oh, well, Miracle
I thought
Johnson.
he said nuts.
So beyond that, I don't want to jinx myself. The days that I'm in pain are still really bad, but I've actually been having some pretty good ab days recently.
I said overall, you seem a little bit better. I can't quantify it, but my gut tells me that your gut is a teeny bit better. A teeny bit.
Teeny. And
Which is better than worse.
I'm gonna roll with that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I almost feel like
The ball stretching's working.
well, the other thing they say is because heat is supposed to help
Summer.
So my worst days were winter. We'll see.
Well, that's also when it started.
Well, October. So we'll see. Like today is okay. What's bad is I have other stuff going on. I have like horrible like hives right now.
I said you're allergic
That's
to me now.
that's different. But so that's good. Other things I'm doing.
Fire Pro?
Normally I don't have anything to talk about. Fire Pro World is out, and Jesus Christ, it's ruining my fucking life.
Are you a lost generation?
I am a lost generation
Fire Pro?
to Fire Pro.
Well, what I can see the amount of time you're playing because we're friends on Steam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy shit, Ian, you're getting some hours in pretty
I
quickly.
told people that Fire Pro World would ruin me, and it is. And I can't even do. I mean, with early access, you can't do 6-man tags, you can't do 4-man tags,
Oh, really? Can't do regular tag?
but you can. But you can do regular tags.
Oh, you mean four? You mean 4-on-4?
I can't do 6-man. Yeah, and I can't do 8. I'm sorry, I can't do 6-man. I can't do 8-man tags.
Oh, they have 8-man tag. Do they have Survivor Series style elimination?
They've had.
I think they do.
Yeah, I believe so. You've always been able. You've been able to do 8-man tags since D.
Oh, okay, it wasn't an S for sure.
No,
6-man
definitely
scramble was a big deal.
And actually, they took it away for G because the PlayStation couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fantastic. There is zero limit to edits, which is great. I mean,
But yeah, it's your computer hard drive.
yeah, so it's fantastic.
I'm excited. I hope they let you use your own music for like.
Not yet,
and stuff,
but
why not?
there is rumor that that's going to happen. The community's super active. Lots of the only thing I don't like so far, because it's not timing based, but it looks great, is I'm really hoping they fix the strike exchanges, because they look awesome. The new strike exchanges look fucking great.
How do you enable those? Like, how do they come about? Is it random?
So it seems like if you both hit like it seems like if you both hit like medium strikes at the same time, you know how like in the earlier Fire Pros, if you hit like the weak strikes at the same time, you get into like the test of strengths back and forth, where like you meet up hands, and you like in actual like wrestling matches, and you would wrestle back
that's
and
right.
forth. I feel like they say the strike exchanges are random, but I feel like I get into them most if people both hit like the weak grapple strikes.
Okay.
Or the
Weak
medium
strike.
grapple strike, and then you get into the strike exchanges. But right now they feel really mashy. I can't figure it out. But the game is great. The edit suite is just fucking insane. Whereas like you used to pick like a Rey Mysterio head, Rey Mysterio's mask is 4 different fucking edit parts now. That's nuts.
So there's a lot more layers that you can play with in Fire Pro.
Yeah, and it's gotten me back into like really weird wrestling, because I want to make edits. So like I just subscribed to Pro Wrestling Eve, which is a British all women's wrestling federation, because I just want to make edits that aren't out there. You know,
Well, my Disco Inferno one will be on the way.
Disco's already out.
Oh, God damn it.
Alex Wright is already out. If you want to start making edits that don't exist, or you want to make better ones, get on it.
Well, okay. Well, then me and Ian, someone will do us before we do us, I guess, on that one. You know, someone will do the CU podcast theme for wrestling.
But no, it's been fantastic, and Bottle Deposit Pro Wrestling will be coming back very soon. I've already started holding the preliminaries for Bottle Deposit Pro Wrestling.
What the fuck? What is that?
That's
Ian?
that's my old eFed.
Of course you had an eFed. You never told me you had actually
Oh,
had
yeah.
an eFed.
Yeah, it was great.
I'll wreck house in that eFed with my Pat.
No,
Or
only,
no, Disco.
Only real wrestlers allowed.
Disco.
But they are allowed to be weird. Like Street Clothes Goldberg and Darkside Sid were the.
What the hell's a Darkside Sid? He's all black and gothic.
No, he just has some. He had the Darkside Hayabusa makeup.
Okay, that's.
Anyways, so it's been a lot of fun.
Ian and I are going to be at a video game convention. That's the name of it.
And I can't
video
wait.
game con, and that's in New Jersey. Ian comes to my Garden State, and that's September 9th and 10th.
I'm really excited.
That'll be, go to videogamecon.com. I was there last year. That's where I premiered a certain NES guidebook. Our pal Norm, the gaming historian, will also be there. There's fighting game tournaments there. Wow, there's a lot. It's more than Evo. They got ARMS, Smash Melee, Tekken 7, Street Fighter 5, Ultimate, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Injustice, Smash Wii U, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I might enter that. Street Fighter Third Strike. And a couple others. Mark of the Wolves. Not familiar with that.
Ooh, I will. I will.
Uh-oh.
How about King of Fighters 14? Yo, if you don't have King of Fighters 14, I'll bring the setup.
I don't see it listed here. Pokken tournaments there too, so that'll be a good time. We were just announced on the 13th. We're gonna have fun.
I really want to thank them for inviting me out. That's excellent of them.
Oh, it's gonna be fantastic. This is my second year. And,
I heard it was a lot of fun the first year.
We're going to Friendlies. We're gonna find a Friendlies.
I can't fucking wait to go to Friendlies.
I was a little annoyed at Norm and Dan because I wanted to Uber 20 minutes to Friendlies back in June in Pennsylvania. They're like, nah, do you really want to go there, Pat? I'm like, okay, you guys, you can tell me you don't want the best ice cream in the world, but just say it to my fucking face like a man. Don't have to say, oh, we don't pay for the Uber. I said, I'll pay for the Uber.
I'll pay for the Uber, and I will buy them clown sundaes.
Well, they're not going to be there. Well, Norm will be there.
Oh.
Besides Norm, let's see. You're going to have musical guests. Ian's holding the sword. You have Kay Victoria, cosplayer.
Am I holding the sword again? That's everyone's favorite picture of me.
Adam Korlick, Pete Dorr, and others to be announced.
Cool.
So that'll be fun. Again, go to a videogamecon.com. Should I have not announced Norm? Is not on the website yet. Well, Norm's going to be there. So sorry about that. I'm getting you tickets. And then other than that, I just spoke to Super Collector, the immortal John Hancock, on a almost 2-hour not so common podcast talking about where are we at with retro gaming. It'd be interesting. You might get a couple of nuggets of knowledge out of that, Ian, if you listen to that. John,
when do I get to be on it?
This is it, Ian. This is you really want me to interview one-on-one about stuff? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because you can. I told you, you're welcome. All bets is off. You can talk to me about whatever the fuck you want.
That might end our relationship entirely if we have that conversation.
Why?
No holds barred. Me and Ian. Let us know in the comments if you want to see that. That'd be fantastic.
I'm pretty reasonable.
Yeah, no. And the Ultimate Game Guide for NES is out now.
Kiss my double birds.
Go to
kiss my triple birds.
Yeah, very reasonable. Go to ios.ultimatnes.com or droid.ultimatnes.com, and that's version 1.3. 1.4 is going to be on the way in a bit, and that'll get all the PAL variants and all the HES and Australian variants, and so you could have the Ultimate Game Guide.
All right, let's get into this. I got Fire Pro to play.